Mrs. Tulliver rapped the window sharply, beckoned and shook her head, a process which she repeated more than once before she returned to her chair. "You talk of cuteness, Mr. Tulliver," she observed as she sat down, "but I'm sure the child's half an idiot, is some things, for if I send her upstairs to fetch anything, she forgets what she's gone for, and p'raps 'll sit down on the floor in the sunshine, plait her hair, and sing to herself like a bedlam creature all the while I'm waiting for her downstairs. That never run in my family, thank God, no more, nor brown skin as makes her look like a mulatter. I don't like to fly at the face of Providence, but it seems hard as I should have but one gel, and are so comical." "Pooh, nonsense," said Mr. Tulliver. "She's a straight black-eyed wench as anybody need wish to see. I don't know what she's behind other folks' children. She can read almost as well as the parson." "But her hair won't curl. All I can do it, and she's so frenzy about having it put in paper, and I've such work as never was to make her stand and have it pinched with the irons." "Cut it off. Cut it off short," said the father rashly. "How can you talk so, Mr. Tulliver? She's too big a girl, gone 9, and tall of her age to have her hair cut short. And there's her cousin Lucy's got a row of curls round her head and not a hair out of place. It seems hard as my sister Dean should have that pretty child. I'm sure Lucy takes more after me than my own child does." "Maggie, Maggie," continued the mother in a tone of half-coaxing fretfulness as this small mistake of nature entered the room. "Where's the use of my telling you to keep away from the water? You'll tumble in and be drowned some day, and then you'll be sorry you didn't do as mother told you." Maggie's hair, as she threw off her bonnet, painfully confirmed her mother's accusation. Mrs. Tulliver, desiring her daughter to have a curled crop, like other folks' children, had had it cut too short in front to be pushed behind the ears, and as it was usually straight an hour after it had been taken out of paper, Maggie was incessantly tossing her head to keep the dark, heavy locks out of her gleaming black eyes, an action which gave her very much the air of a small Shetland pony. Oh dear, Maggie, what are you thinking of to throw your bonnet down there? Take it upstairs as a good girl, and let your hair be brushed, and put your other pinafore on, and change your shoes, do, for shame. And come on, go on with your patchwork like a little lady." "Oh, mother," said Maggie in a vehemently cross tone, "I don't want to do my patchwork." "What? Not your pretty patchwork to make a coat of paint for your aunt leg?" "It's foolish work," said Maggie with a toss of her mane, "tearing things to pieces to sew 'em together again, and I don't want to do anything for my aunt leg. I don't like her." Exit Maggie, dragging her bonnet by the string, while Mr. Tulliver laughs audibly. "I wonder at you as you laugh at her, Mr. Tulliver," said the mother, with feeble fretfulness in her tone. "You encourage her in naughtiness, and her aunt will have it as it's me spoils her." Mrs. Tulliver was what is called a good-tempered person, never cried when she was a baby on any slighter ground than hunger and pins, and from the cradle upward had been healthy, fair, plump, and dull-witted. In short, the flower of her family for beauty and amiability. But milk and mildness are not the best things for keeping, and when they turn only a little sour, they may disagree with young stomachs seriously. I have often wondered whether those early Madonnas of Raphael, with the blonde faces and somewhat stupid expression, kept their placidity undisturbed when their strong-limbed, strong-willed boys got a little too old to do without clothing. I think they must have been given to feeble remonstrance, getting more and more peevish as it became more and more ineffectual.